Hey, Dave Fannin here with the Body Firm Personal Training Fitness Boot Camps. 3 ninja mind tricks to get motivated to work out even when you don't want to. Because what we found is consistency, being able to show up, is the key to success with weight loss and fitness. And so on some days, it's just going to be easy. Everything goes according to plan. You get to the gym, everything goes smooth, and you feel good, and you're out the door and you're done. But there's going to be those days, and there's going to be a lot of them, that you're going to have cranky kids, spouse isn't working with you, boss is on your ass, cars are going to break down, schedules are going to be thrown off, and you're not eating right, or you might not get enough water. And on those bad days, the last thing you want to do is go to the gym and work out, and you're just not feeling it. So you're going to have some mental tricks to fall back on to get yourself to the door and get yourself going into the workout, because the key to weight loss and fitness success is consistency over time. And so what happens is on that bad day, you're like, you know what? Screw it, I'm not doing it. And then that day becomes 2 days, and then 3 weeks, and then 3 years, and you turn around and you say, well, what the hell happened? So what you have to have is 1 or 2, maybe 3 mental tricks that will help you get started on those days that you don't want to. And over time, I've been able to, I've got like a case full of mental tricks that I use to just get myself started. And some of them work better than others, but you have to pull from your own. So the 3 top tricks that I've used over time, because when I started training, the first 1 or 2 years I knew was just to stay consistent, just keep coming back. And so I had to mentally trick myself just to get to the door quite often. And the thing is in the beginning, it's hard, but it gets a little bit easier over time. So number 1 is what I call the 10-minute rule. This is my workhorse, this is my go-to, and this is the one that a lot of clients that I shared it with over time said, hey, this thing works, and it works like nothing else. And so what the thing is that what I say to, if I'm having a hell of a day and I say, okay, I've got to be there at 4 o'clock, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to go for 10 minutes. And if I'm not feeling it within 10 minutes, I'm going to walk out of there. And it inevitably works. I mean, just give yourself 10 minutes, and you have the right to walk out. If after 10 minutes of training, you're not feeling it, get out. 1 or 2 times I've walked, and it's been over a decade, I think, since I've missed a workout using this trick. And it works every time. You get in there, 10 minutes, and the interesting thing is, some days I've actually had some of the best workout sessions of my life on those days that I wasn't feeling it, but I use this 10-minute rule to get started. And just give yourself, that's your law to yourself is, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get warmed up, I'm going to go for 10 minutes, and then if I'm not feeling it, I'm going to walk in. 99% of the time, it gets you through the workout, and you get it done. And then you've reinforced the showing up habit, and you've avoided missing. So it works on 2 levels. One gets you in there, and it also reinforces your habit formation of being the type of person that shows up and gets a job done. Number 2 is what I call the carrot and the stick. So let's say you're going to go out to eat and do some day drinking with your friends at noon. So your rule is that's your carrot. And if you must actually get in and train before you go out with your friends. That's your reward. That's the carrot. And the stick is, if you don't get your training in, you have to cancel your plans with your friends, and that's the punishment. So it's a carrot and the stick, and you can use it for long term. You can say, hey, I'm going to book a trip to Cabo in 3 months, and my goal is to be 15 pounds down in 3 months. And if I'm not 15 pounds down, I have to cancel that trip. That's the carrot and the stick, the reward and the punishment. And it works. And I've had some clients that reward themselves pretty big. They go to Hawaii, they buy a nice dress, they buy a nice purse. Hell, I've had a client that bought a car. And it's what you want. And it's okay to reward yourself with a material thing, whatever it takes to get you where you want to be. And the stick is that you don't get it. You also have to rely on that if I don't meet my goal, I don't get the reward. So that's the carrot and the stick. And then And the bigger the goal, the bigger your reward. You can set some big goals. You can say, I'm going to go to Hawaii if I drop 40 pounds in 7 months. You know, set it realistic that it's a little bit harder. It's going to be some work to get there, but realistic that you can get to it. And that's the carrot and the stick. And the third thing that we find for motivation to work out is morning workouts. And it's not so much a mental trick unless you're like one of those people that, I get them, I'm not a morning person. And that's okay. But if you set yourself up and you're training in the evening, you start finding yourself not going in the evening, you need to make yourself into a morning person. And here's the deal as far as like, I'm not a morning person. It's kind of like when I get people that are like 45 years old doing a consult and they go, I don't really like drinking water. Well, the fact is you're an adult and you need to drink water, and you've been an adult for like 25 years. So you're going to have to drink enough water that you can actually function. So when you say you're not a morning person, that's where it has to become a mental trick to get yourself up and get yourself into the gym in the morning before anything else is going on. Because this is one thing that I've heard it over and over the years. If something is important, you make it a priority. So especially if you're trying to get your feet on you, you're trying to establish the exercise habit, and you just cannot see yourself doing it in the evening, and you know yourself, you know you'll go home and sit on the couch, you know you have functions, you know that schedule-wise it's absolutely impossible. You've got to make it possible in the morning and get it done before anybody else is out of bed, anybody else is looking for you, because there's nothing going on at 5 or 6 in the morning that requires you to be there, and you can make this a priority. It's the rare individual that they just have to do it in the evening, but as long as they're doing it in the evening, that's great. But if you can't, you need to become a morning person. Those morning workouts, that's where I see consistency over the time. Like I said, any client that I've had for more than 2 or 3 years, they've all moved towards the morning because that's where it's happening consistently, and it's a priority. Then it's done. And that's the important thing, is just getting that consistency and making sure that it's done. And you have to focus in, and quite often I have clients in the first couple of months that they do this, they just sleep in their workout clothes and they roll out of bed, they put their shoes on, because the more simple you can make it to walk out that door and get in your car and point it towards the gym and be there, the better off you'll be. So those are the 3 ninja mental tricks. 10-minute rule, give it a shot. It really works, and it seems to be the workhorse. It seems to have worked over decades. Number 2, carrot and the stick. Reward yourself for some big goals. And 3, morning workouts. Gives you consistency over time. And quite often by lunchtime, you don't even remember you did it, and you'll start tending to eat better. We've seen all kinds of benefits from people that train in the morning, make it a priority, then they're out of there by 8, 9, 12, as long as it's done first thing in the day. It's a priority. So I hope this video helps you, gives you some ideas of how to stay consistent. If you like it, share it, comment below. I'm Dave Fannin with the Body Form Personal Training Fitness Boot Camps. Talk to you guys later.